Green Lake Area Animal Shelter, or GLAAS, is always ready to assist any pet or pet owner in need. Founded in 1993, they see as many as 1,000 animals pass through their doors in a single year.
But we hover anywhere between 800 and 1,000 animals a year. And if it's 1,000 animals, it'll be 200 dogs, it'll be 750 cats, and it'll be 50 other things. Rabbits, cockatoos, guinea pigs, whatever. But everybody that's adoptable gets adopted.
Earlier this summer, we were able to get a behind-the-scenes look at GLAAS and their day-to-day activities. Every day, GLAAS staff and volunteers help maintain a clean and orderly environment for the animals in their care.
So the same things you do for your cats at home get done here. We want to make sure everybody's living environment is fresh and clean and comfortable. They have everything they need. They have cozy places to sleep, clean litter boxes, friends to play with if they want, places to escape if they don't.
Dogs are taken out for exercise and play, weather permitting, while their kennels are cleaned. Food dishes are emptied and filled, toys get cleaned, floors are swept and mopped, and all of this is managed by the organization's director, Janine Liebeck.
This leads to one of our outdoor areas. Lots more storage back here. Lots of dishes to do every day, lots of laundry. We don't have very many dogs right now, but the laundry is anywhere from 5 to 20 loads of wash a day, which I think shocks people.
Tell us what year the whole the addition and renovation actually happened.
We broke ground, I think, in November of 2013.
Okay.
We finished in the spring of 2016.
Okay.
So it took a long time because we had to finish a section, move into it, and then empty the next section they could work on. Well, we were lucky enough to have Mark Schmidt just cold called here and said, if you're ever thinking about doing an addition, he does a lot of boarding kennels and veterinary clinics. And in that same sort of time frame, a lady in Green Lake had passed away, and she'd left us $120,000. Kickstarted the whole thing. I think we ended up spending about $230,000, which we just did everything right the first time. But overall, it's functioned as exactly like we hoped it would. But yeah, it's been great.
While we were not able to see the dog kennel area during our tour, we did meet an adorable project dog named Chip.
Come on, Chippy.
Staff had been working intensely with Chip, a pug with anxiety issues, in the hopes of finding her the right home.
The first day she was here, complete panic, meltdown. She just could not deal with reality. But we've been using a lot of treats and she's better. Come here, Chip Pug.
How old is Chip?
She's probably about 4. So she was a stray. She gets along really well with other dogs, but she's gonna need somebody ready to keep going with her behavior modification.
Okay.
So she's been here a couple weeks. The first day we had her, she would not have even come up to you guys, but she's already learned that people have fistfuls of treats, so that's good. It's kind of a dilemma sometimes, you don't want to place a dog up for adoption that's not safe, but she is very predictable and she's very easy to bribe with food, so it's already better. So I always feel guilty. Here's a dog with a big behavior problem. Good luck to you, but she has so much potential that if I can find the right place for her, and in the meantime, we'll keep working on it, right?
So what other things will you do with Chip to try to...
A lot of this.
A lot of this.
Anytime somebody comes in that I have 5 minutes and they have 5 minutes, I'm going to say, hold on, here's some treats. Let me go get this weird little dog. Feed it. Right! Because we've already done that quite a bit. That's the other thing too. Her signals are very clear. She's going to growl and kind of that whiny growl and run away. So if you're just really not paying attention, today, 2 weeks ago, she is a little bit of a bite risk. But you'd have to, that's what kind of puts it in a different category for me. She's very easy to read, and so if you're paying attention, she's not a risk. You're gonna have to be not paying attention and kind of dumb, and then she will be a little risky. But it's so much better than it was. What? They're usually really good-natured, happy-go-lucky, get along with everybody, So it's a matter of, just in general, I'll tell people the behavior is not predictable, it's not safe. With her, it's 100% predictable and very easy to manage and diffuse. So I don't consider her an unsafe dog. And so that's kind of where we decide if they're available for adoption or not. So
later, we mingled with the cat colony. and Janine introduced us to Anjou, a cat with FIV.
She's cute. So I brought you in here on purpose to feature Anjou. Anjou is our FIV positive cat. So we
Tell
know
us what FIV.
it's feline immunodeficiency virus. It's basically kitty AIDS. So I wanted you to see her in this room to show people that FIV cats can live with other cats safely and successfully, and they can have long, normal lives. You just need to stay on top of their health. Don't wait till she looks a little sick for a while and take her to the vet, because it will act similar to immune system disorders in people, where the FIV won't kill her, but if she gets sick with something, she'll have a harder time with it because she has FIV. So you want to do everything you can to make sure she stays healthy. But FIV is contagious really primarily with the exchange of bodily fluids that come from deep puncture wounds from fighting that will happen when cats aren't spayed or neutered or aren't introduced properly. Everybody in here is fixed. We do a decent introduction. She's fine. She's also very goofy and very social, so
Yeah.
a nice cat to have in here. So yes, we partner with the Spay Me Clinic in Madison, and they offer low-cost spays and neuters. They work with different shelters and organizations all over the state. But spaying and neutering, especially when we're talking about cats and outside cats, is really critical and life-saving.
The Spay Me Clinic is
Yep.
out of Madison, but people don't have to drive their pet or their cat to Madison. There's a shuttle from right here.
Yep, and there's a place in Omro, there's a place in Wild Rose. They go to, they do a transport from the Walmart parking lot in Oshkosh. So Spay Me works with a lot of different places, but they come here at least once a month. Look, it's a matched pair of cats.
These are awfully nice kitties.
Hocus and Pocus.
Hocus and Pocus.
Oh, he fell down.
Yeah. Oh, the best. And when a cat shows you their belly, they're very, very.
It is a trap. Yeah.
It's a trap.
It is kind of a I trust you, but they rarely actually want their bellies scratched. They're brothers. They were adopted from us as kittens and lived with some little kids for a little while, but they just really weren't fans of living with 3 little kids. They like kids just fine, but maybe visiting kids. And so they got brought back, and then they were adopted again by an older gentleman who has already passed away, unfortunately. So now we have them back. But that's okay. So they're not even 2 years old. They've had a lot of action in their 2 years.
Why is it so important that people get their outdoor cats spayed and neutered?
Because they just breed and breed and breed.
And why is that a problem?
Well, because people are going to get overwhelmed, I don't understand how this happened, and like one summer we had 3 cats and the next summer we had 43 cats. Right? And it's a little bit of a cliche, but there just aren't enough homes out there for all the cats that are out there. We have to get to supply and demand with cats, and we're very close to that with dogs, just industry-wide. But with cats, there's still more cats than there are homes for them. We've kind of mastered that supply and demand equation with dogs. Cats are still a challenge, and I imagine that we'll keep working on cats for another 5 or 10 years before we get to the same status with them as we are with dogs. Not just here, but in a lot of shelters. But it takes a lot of participation from humans too, and with cats, it takes a lot of people to take responsibility for cats that aren't theirs.
Yeah.
And not just, financial, but giving them a ride here so they can go to Madison.
Right.
So hundreds of animals get adopted. That's my answer. Hundreds of animals,
As a testament to the success GLAAS has had with finding new homes for pets in their care, virtually all of the animals we saw in June have since been adopted out to loving families. In their places are a host of new animals eager to find their forever homes. Visit glaas.org to see currently sheltered pets or to start the adoption process.